The road to riches is not a secret, but many of us get lost along the journey. Here are 5 habits I have found to be very effective in keeping ourselves on the right path to our $1 million portfolio. Hi guys, Stanley here. Investing is a very volatile journey. When the market has been good to you, you would have the urge to start planning for the future, how your life will improve with your newfound wealth. But when the market is down constantly, it can destroy your soul and break your self-confidence down to zero. And that is speaking from my own personal experiences. I have been investing in the stock market for the past 15 years, and over that period, I have seen some of my stocks gain multiple times over, but I have also witnessed some of them lose more than 90% of my investment. But what I found is that the longer I stay invested in the market, the faster my money ends up growing. In fact, the first time my portfolio return doubled, it took me close to 8 years to reach that target. But it only took another 4 years for me to double from that point again. The math of compounding means that it takes some time before we start seeing any significant return in our portfolio. But once our portfolio reaches a critical mass, it can create unimaginable return for us. The craziest example of all this is of course with Warren Buffett. Buffett bought his first stock at the age of 11, but it took him 19 years before he can call himself a millionaire. Imagine that. And that is the reason why many of us give up halfway on our journey of investing. For us, if we have been investing for so long and it is still not showing any significant result, will we have quit? I think most likely yes. But of course, not for Buffett. And from that point, his wealth actually exploded. It took him only 2 more years to double his wealth again. And within 7 years, his wealth grew from 1 million to 10 million. At this point, for most of us, that sum would have been more than enough. We might stop investing and start spending our wealth a little. But of course, this is not what Buffett did. It took him another 20 years to reach the billionaire status at the age of 56. And today, his wealth is worth more than 100 billion and it is still growing. Sure, we do not need to go to the extreme like Warren Buffett, but even in my own portfolio, I do notice the impact of compounding the longer I stay invested. The greatest enemy in investing is actually ourselves. And how can we stop ourselves from panicking during bear markets or getting greedy during bull markets? Most importantly, how can we stay consistent in our investing journey? What we need is to have habits that will ensure that we will stay the course of investing years after years, regardless of market condition. And here are 5 simple habits that have helped me, and I hope it will help you too. In this list, I will not talk about the need to learn investing, because learning the basic of investing is not hard, and with resources available now on the internet, we can pick up this skill very easily. For example, if you are new to investing, just check out our free investing course at valueinvestasia.com/free course. We'll go through with you how to find, analyze, and even value a stock. So that is the first thing you should do. But after that, here are 5 habits you should practice on. Number 1, pay yourself first on a regular basis. If we want to save money, we need to follow a plan. We should have a targeted amount we want to save every month and then plan our budget after deducting that. It is a very simple switch, but it is highly effective in ensuring that we will be saving regularly. Number 2, keep a separate account for spending and investment. For my savings, I will deposit them directly into my investment account. In this way, I will always keep my main bank balance very low. This is important because we are creatures of temptation. If we are saving up our cash in the same account that we're spending it, guess what happened when we see our cash balance started rising? We might start planning our next holiday or buy that car you have been browsing for months. That is why I keep myself cash poor in my spending bank account. When there is a limited amount to spend, you spend less while your savings are kept away from temptation. Number 3, read business books. Understanding the basic of investing is one thing, but the more important thing is to understand the language of business. Reading more business books or books about great founders will allow us to understand how business people think and why some businesses work. Investing is taking a part ownership in a business. So training our mind to think like a business person is very important. Some of the great business books that I can recommend includes Next, number 4, don't watch investment news. In the past, when I was first starting out in investing, I would stare at Bloomberg or CNBC news all day long. Yet, what I found is that news are mostly just entertainment. Most of the time, they are reporting on things that are more eye-catching than important. And if we watch the news too much, our emotion ends up getting affected by it. So when the market is falling, we might join in the panic that is being replayed over and over again on the news. I found a better way is to follow the company that we're interested in, either on Facebook or setting alerts on Google. In this way, we will still know the important news related to the company, but we will not get affected by all the noise happening in the market news. And lastly, number 5, surround yourself with right-minded friends. There is a famous quote by motivational speaker Jim Rohn: "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." So if you want to be happier, just find happy people as friends. And if you want to be smarter, find people who are smarter than you and learn from them. If your friends are constantly complaining about their life, guess how you will end up? Most likely complaining about your life as well. If your friends are constantly buying the latest branded goods, chances are you will want to join them as well. That's because we are social creatures and we want to fit in. So we will always try to be more like our friends. But the good news is we can also choose our friends. And if we choose friends who will help us to be the best version of ourselves, all the better. It's just as simple as that. And that is the 5 key habits that have helped me in my journey to build up my $1 million portfolio. I hope it will help you as well. If you have gotten value out of this video, please give us a like and share it with a friend who might want to learn more about investing. Thank you for your time. As always, till we meet again, my name is Stanley. Invest safely.